Happy
Yes.
10th episode anniversary.
Happy 10th episode anniversary!
This is our 10th episode. I can't believe that we've done something consistently every week. It's hard.
Yeah, it's a little difficult, but also super fun, and I'm really excited to be doing it. We're doing this in the cold open rather than
Yep.
doing it in the show. That's strange.
I think it's appropriate.
Okay.
So yes, we are celebrating our 10th episode anniversary, and we are going to order each other pizzas because
We're-
I like pizza. I assume everyone else does too. And we're going to see who gets their pizza first. Like
We're gonna-
literally, we gave each other our addresses. We went to our, what are those called? Our delivery apps. And we're going to order each other
We're
a
ordering each other.
celebratory pizza.
We're ordering each other pizza, and yeah, we'll let you. Both should arrive as we're recording.
It should.
I hope so.
If it doesn't, I'm going to flip a table. So hungry.
Not the one with
Okay.
your microphone on it, though. I hope.
No, the art table, because that's already a disaster anyway.
Okay, so I have a Chicago-style pizza place.
Whoa, no, don't do Chicago style. I'll
Okay.
never finish it alone. They're like, are you serious? It's just me.
Okay, all right.
Get like normal crust.
Just a normal crust pizza, like a medium, a large, a
Get
medium,
like
a small.
It's just me. So yeah, and like the cat's not gonna eat it.
All right.
It's vegetal to her.
All right. Do you like
I like spinach on my pizza.
spinach on your pizza, huh?
Yeah.
All right. This place does have spinach leaves for $2.29.
I'll take it.
Do you like a dipping sauce?
Yes, I do.
Oh wait, it's required. They're forcing you to dip this pizza.
Well, what are my options?
You could get Greek, you could get creamy garlic, you could get buffalo, vegan
Ew.
marinara, olive oil, pesto, ranch, barbecue.
Marinara. It's got to be marinara.
Vegan marinara.
Marinara.
I don't know how
vegan,
they're
right?
not. Yeah, I don't know how there is a vegan and a non-vegan.
Tomatoes.
I don't quite. Well, you're getting the regular marinara, and you can tell me if there's just like an egg in it.
There's like chunks of meat in here. I was not expecting that. That's so weird.
I could also get you a chocolate chip pizza cookie.
Matt, no! Don't do it.
An 8-inch warm chocolate chip pizza.
Can I dip it in marinara? Is there a required dipping sauce?
It says here you are allowed to dip this in the marinara.
So I went ahead and ordered you the honey mustard chicken pizza. I'm kidding. I would never do that. What do you like on your pizza?
Oh, I think plain pizza is a perfect food.
Got it.
Yeah.
Fucking garlic knots with a side of marinara that may or may not be vegan. I'm not sure.
Is this marinara vegan? grab the delivery person by their lapels.
All right, so I'm going to teach you a cheese pizza. Do you want a 10-inch or a 14-inch? There's no in between. It is either 10 or 4 more inches.
Anything that arrives, I'll eat. So whatever you're willing to shell out money for, I'm going to eat it.
Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to add that to the cart. Oh, this is very exciting for me because now I have Matt's address and I can send him stuff whenever the fuck I want.
That is so worrying that
It's
you
like
got
random stuff.
It's not. It wouldn't have been worrying if you hadn't gotten so excited for it. Like that, all of a sudden, like I would have been like, "Oh yeah, you can have my address." But then that you're like, "Oh my god, I have your address." It's like, "Oh no, oh no."
That's not good.
It's like she already has plans.
Okay, I have got your order here. So I'm a little upset at the lack of desserts, but I can't do anything about it.
They have cakes. Sorry, I went on their website because I was like, on their
Just
website
not for delivery,
they say,
I'm afraid.
Maybe that's it. Yeah,
It's
they
not
say
for
they have
delivery.
milkshakes, but under the milkshakes thing, it's just a bunch of sodas. It's like, sir, I think you may have mistaken what that word means.
Yeah, I'll have a Coke milkshake, I guess. All right, I have my cart ready to go.
Oh, I already hit the button.
Okay.
Oops.
That's okay.
Now this race won't be. Now
It's not fair.
it's not fair. Your guy's gonna get there first.
Okay, gotta do a tip. Okay, I did it.
Okay.
Okay, it's ordered. Woohoo!
All right, start the damn show.
All right, we're starting the music.
Hey everybody, and welcome to
not
Save
ready.
Your Game. Hey everybody, and welcome to Save Your Game. I am your host, Matt Aucamp, and with me is who is still ordering me some kind of. Now I don't even know what she's ordering me. Apparently,
Last time.
it's no longer pizza. It is there are things being added that I'm worried about. It's pushing up roses.
Hey everyone, Pushing Up Roses here. I'm looking at a cookie website.
A cookie website.
Or 7-Eleven. There's also 7-Eleven. I'm having the time of my life right now, guys.
Oh boy. Oh man.
I'm having the time of my life.
So it's episode 10. We've made it to 10 episodes. We've been recording this podcast for
Math. You got. I believe in you.
2.5 months.
Yeah, I would say that's about right.
Oh, yeah.
Good
Well,
job.
what was? I actually don't know. I don't know offhand the published date of our first episode. It was February 4th, and today it's April 2nd. So you just swap them. You just swap them.
Swap them. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. So yeah, we've been doing this for 2 months.
That's crazy. That's fun.
That is kind of crazy. That is a little nuts. I'm pretty good at consistency. Obviously, I've ran a channel for 10 years. So I can do some stuff consistently, but I'm a little surprised. I'm actually surprised that you got me to do this. It's very difficult to get me to like collaborate or just do stuff.
I'm happy that you agreed to collaborate on this with me. I am very surprised that I have been this consistent because
it was your idea.
I know, but I'm also in school and I am also like I also work full time and like I have trouble keeping projects going consistently.
I hear that.
But this one apparently not. And it rolls,
Well,
and I'm having a lot of fun with it. And listeners,
yeah.
I hope you guys are having fun with it too. Feel free to write us a nice little happy anniversary email at mattandroses@gmail.com. It'd be fun to hear how you guys have enjoyed the first 10 episodes and what you guys want to see on the next 10 episodes.
Hey, remember a million years ago we teased a Let's Play for my channel and we didn't do it?
Yeah. What should our Let's Play be?
Oh.
Armed and Delirious.
Oh no! Nope.
And we'll invite Julia to do it too.
That would be hilarious. But also, that game kind of frightens me. It looks absolutely insane.
It is scary. It is. I think yes.
It is scary.
Looks like a frightening game.
But yeah, thank you, Matt, for forcing me to do a podcast. Honestly, I where did I say this? Did I say this on like Alistair? I don't know where I said this. I made this comment, but I said that you would on Escape This Podcast. I said you would kind of flippantly, or I flippantly made the comment of I've always wanted to do like an adventure game podcast.
And I was like, let's do it.
And
We're
then you went hard.
Me and you.
You
went. We're gonna do it.
You went really hard.
Here's a list of potential names.
Yep, logos.
Here's a bunch of logos.
Here's a document on Drive that we can. And that was, believe it or not, That was in July of last year that we started talking about that.
Was it really that
It
far?
really was. It took us a while to get it off the ground.
Wow.
Yeah. Also, in other news, it's my birthday in 2 weeks.
Happy birthday!
Woo!
Oh, you know what? Here's something that might be fun. Do you want to tell? Should we read for the listeners some of the names we almost called our podcast
Yes.
for our 10th episode anniversary?
Absolutely.
And
They're all very creative and good, you guys.
this first one, these are, oh man, I'm actually a little embarrassed.
Too late, we're already here.
Do you see the first name on here? It is, it's like a little ironic given what our tagline is now.
Yeah, it is.
Podcast is art is suffer. Well, so the first name that we came up with is Games Are Story.
I mean, it would have matched pretty perfectly with our closer, but no, we did not go with that. We also have notes on these as well.
Yeah.
So you would put Adventure Game Club and then a note that says, "Whoops, this already exists." And then I'd say, "How dare you?"
I did. Here's some Talking Simulator.
Talking Simulator.
And next to it, I just put stupid.
I like this one. SCUP. Script Creation Utility for Podcasting.
Next to it, I wrote, obviously not this.
Obviously not this.
Don't skip the cutscenes. Pick up, combine, use.
See, I liked this one. I liked talk to a podcast. I kind of like that. And then we have like a bunch of notes by that.
Oh yeah, we had like a whole discussion here about it.
Discussion.
Here's the one that I'm gonna jump ahead to the one that we almost named our podcast.
Yeah, go ahead.
Press F5 to save.
Yeah. We almost
that's not bad.
It's not. And I think that was mine because your note is, "Whoa, I like this one."
Save early, save often is also here.
I like that too. I like that actually.
This is the one I'm really surprised we didn't pick this one. A podcast about narrative single player games with puzzle, story, and exploration. The podcast featuring Pushing Up Roses and Matt Allcamp from the YouTube channel Pushing Up Roses and from the podcast Every Folk Song and Adventure Game Hotspot.
That one I really struggle. I really wanted that one. It just it super rolls off the tongue. It's very natural.
It was taken already.
Which is insane because our names are in it. Like, how is it taken?
Yeah, it was taken. Somebody had already done that one.
Wow.
Do we want to mention also that this podcast, the name was taken and we did it anyway?
Matt, shut up. No, we really liked the idea of Save Your Game because remember we were doing press F5 to save and then we kind of naturally got to Save Your Game.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a podcast named that, but it has long since been dead. So I am not worried about it.
It's been dead for, at this point, like 3 years. And it's sponsored by Red Bull. So if Red Bull wants to come sue us, fine. Come at us, Red Bull.
Yeah, come at me, Red Bull. I've got followers that I'll write a strongly written letter to. Yeah,
Red Bull, while your bones are disintegrating from all the energy drinks you drink, me and Roses are strong and we'll beat your ass.
That's true. We're very strong.
We're gonna beat your ass, Red Bull.
Okay, maybe let's stop threatening Red Bull.
Watch your ass, Red Bull.
Oh, we have such fun on this Video Game Podcast.
Yeah, what have you been playing, Roses?
Well, this is gonna de-escalate quickly because I've been playing My Brother Rabbit.
Ooh.
Because just to get in the mood for our topic today, which is going to be hidden object games. Oh my god!
Yeah, to get everyone's juices flowing. Their Red Bull juices flowing. In
Red Bull, just a little soft spot for both of us. I think we have a fondness for hidden object games. So I had not played My Brother Rabbit, and I heard that it was just very legitimately just more than a casual game experience, more than just mindfulness, but a very good, like, cohesive computer game. And it's by the devs that do all of them. Monday?
Artifacts Mundi, yeah.
Artifacts Monday. Monday. Why can't I say that? They do the majority of all of those hidden object games you
They do
probably see on Steam.
They do so many. If you've played a hidden object game, you've probably either played a game by Artifacts Monday or you've played a game by Big Fish.
Big Fish, that's the other one.
Mhm.
Yep. Yeah, that is true. For me, it's been more the former because they're kind of brilliant in their strategy. So when I'm done playing an Artifacts Monday game, there's like ads at the end for all of these, like a bajillion hidden object games. They all look great. So I just buy them all.
Right. Yeah.
So, you know,
They're also really good about, and we'll talk about this, they're also good about achievements.
yeah, they
Which
are.
is
Yeah, they
something
are.
that really, really hits the dopamine receptors in my brain.
It
But yeah,
sure
what do you-
does.
I mean, do you want to talk about it now, or do you want to talk about it more when we get into?
I would like to save it, but I,
Okay.
because we have such a long cold open, we don't need to dilly dally about what we've been playing. You might want to say what you've been playing. Mine goes straight into the topic, which is hidden object games. But what have you been playing, Matt?
I just started playing a game today that was just released today, and it is called The Legend of Skye.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw the announcements for that. You know what? I didn't even know that this was in development. This kind of hit my radar just now, like just today.
Right. Yeah, it's by Point and Pixel Adventures.
Oh, how
I think
cute.
this is their second game. Their first game was sort of a very big, like, had big Maniac Mansion energy, and their second
Okay.
game has kind of like Monkey Island 2 energy.
Yeah.
But you're a druid who is forest is under threat of being destroyed, and so you have to go out on a quest to save your forest.
I fucking
And
love quests.
it's very pixel arty. Again, it looks a lot like the style of, say, Monkey Island 2.
Getting some loom vibes
Yeah, a
with
little bit of
close-ups as
Loom,
well.
a little bit of Simon the Sorcerer,
Yes,
maybe.
I'd agree. I'd agree with that.
Right, maybe even like a touch of like Legend of Kyrandia. So
Yeah.
it's clearly inspired by this old classic era of adventure games. And so far I've been playing it. The puzzles are pretty good.
Good.
There's no voice acting, and the dialogue goes on a little bit, which is
Okay.
something we complain about in these kind of games sometimes.
Unless it's Grim Fandango, unless your dialogue trees are just brilliant. Yeah, I need it to be more terse.
But the comedy is silly and fun.
Yeah.
And so far it says up front that there's no dead ends in it. So far I'm really enjoying it. I'm somewhere in what I would assume is about the second chapter.
Oh, cool.
It's not divided into chapters, but if I were to
Okay.
divide it myself, like I'm somewhere in like the second chapter ish of the game.
Yeah.
And because all my settings have just kind of changed. Like the world just opened up a lot, and
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. I think I'm gonna keep on it. So
Great.
I'm excited to keep playing it. So that's The Legend of
Okay.
Skye.
Nice.
That's
I'm
what I've been playing.
inspired. Why am I
Roses,
inspired every time I'm on a podcast? What is wrong with me?
Roses, your order has been picked up.
Yours canceled the first delivery person. They're finding another
Oh
one.
no!
So
Well,
there's that.
all right. Well, why don't we move on to the next segment then? And
Yeah, let's
I'll
do it.
just be hungry.
I'll just be hungry. Well, what's your estimated arrival for mine? What's your estimate? What is estimate? What is estimate?
Oh, like now.
What now?
Like in the next 2 minutes.
Are you serious?
So
You have no food.
throw up that music.
What did you order me? Okay, I have 2 boxes here. One is
Mhm.
clearly a pizza. You got
Mhm.
the pizza
I got you a pizza cookie. Or sorry, a cookie
This
pizza. A
this
pizza
looks.
cookie is a lot grosser of a thing than a cookie
Wait, I'm
pizza
gonna take a picture of
cookie
this for
pizza.
the show notes because the pizza
Mm.
looks fucking good. The marinara appears to be vegan.
Oh, okay, good. They got
There's
vegan marinara.
there's no
I
beef in it.
Here's the deal, though. I did not
Pizza.
order the vegan marinara. I ordered the regular marinara.
I don't know about this.
So let me. I'm
Oh,
gonna
man.
ask for a
Oh.
refund.
Oh, Matt. Oh my god, the cookie pizza though. Oh my god, you're gonna die. It looks
Does
so
it look good? Does it actually look
Yeah.
good?
Yes, it looks. It's a giant, like, warm, ooey gooey chocolate chip cookie. In the
Oh
shape of a
man,
pizza. Oh my god.
that makes me even more mad that my place didn't have any desserts.
I looked seriously. I'm like, what is this? How do you not have a dessert? Anyway, I am texting Matt the pictures of my pizza and my pizza cookie, just so he knows where his money went.
Okay, yeah,
I have
I
texted you.
like this is an investment.
This is a friendship investment, as far as I'm concerned. You buy your friends pizza. That's the sign of true friendship. I do need a drink though.
Whoa!
I know.
These both look so good. Oh my
I know.
god!
So we are gonna put these in the show notes because they look so good.
My mouth is legitimately watering.
No, if you thought that pizza cookie was a bad idea, no.
Yeah,
No.
I basically thought it was just gonna be like a fun joke. Then you're like,
No,
"Oh, you
it's
got me the
amazing.
cookie pizza," and then it's like,
It looks amazing.
"No, I fucking want to eat that cookie pizza."
I want it more than the pizza, which is saying something. All right, I'm gonna go get a drink, and we'll go into hidden object games. Since yours, let me check the status. It went up. So now it's getting there at 8:10.
Okay.
However, Seth,
very good.
Your delivery driver is on his way.
Oh, he has the food and he's coming?
No, he's picking it up still.
Oh, okay.
Let me see how far away he is. He is literally right there. He's gonna do it. It's gonna happen.
Yes, Seth.
It's gonna happen.
Get it.
Seth. All right, I'll be right back.
I'm also gonna get myself a drink.
Good call.
So, do we want to jump into talking about you know what we should do? We should start by talking about My Brother Rabbit.
I agree. Yeah. So have you played My Brother Rabbit?
Yes.
You have. Okay, cool. I was aware of it because it came up on a lot of lists of like best ofs and just very highly regarded. I wasn't quite sure why, because I had never really delved into it. I didn't even really look at the screenshots until we talked about it. And then I looked at the screenshots, and do you remember what I texted you? I think I said, "This is so beautiful, I want to cry," or something. Something comparable to that.
Yeah.
And I mean it. It is gorgeous, very stylized, but also a hidden object game. But it's also got this story. Now, I want to say that most, if not all, hidden object games, they do follow a story. They vary in quality, but they have something. So this one has a bit of a serious story going on as you're playing this little rabbit plushie character. In the real world, there's a family that has 2 children, and one of them is sick.
Yeah.
And it seems that the story that you're playing as one of the children's plushie toys, it's a rabbit, that what we're playing parallels the story that's happening in real life. It kind of reminded me, this might be a stretch even, it reminded me a little bit of Sanitarium. People might make that connection, or they might think I'm bonkers. But yeah, I am so impressed. Even if it didn't have the story, which is very touching and very nice, and it it'll tug at your heartstrings. Even if it didn't have that, it is so gorgeous. It's very surreal. I would describe the artwork as whimsical, fantasy, surreal,
like a Wonderland-esque world.
Yeah. Just interesting creatures,
adorable creatures. There's like these little bugs that are always roasting a hot dog somewhere. I just think it's the cutest thing. It's so
it's very fun, and honestly, it's probably one of the more challenging hidden object games I've played, because it is hidden object, like that is the correct classification for this.
Right.
But it's one of those hidden object games where it's like, find this object to break this object to get this object. Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
and I think what's really interesting about it is, and we'll talk about the structure of a hidden object game uh, in a minute, but this one is a little different. Rather than having like sequestered little scenes where you're looking for a set number of objects, it's often like you need to find to solve the puzzle. You'll need to find 8 clocks,
Right, right.
and
Yeah, I wanted to bring up, there's a collectathon element to
and
it.
yeah, in the screen that you're on will be like 8 hidden clocks, and once you find all of them, it'll like say either open up like another mini puzzle, or it'll unlock a lock or something, and then you'll find that now you need 9 buttons, and then you go around the scene looking for the 9 buttons. So it's like, again,
Yeah,
rather than cutting to a screen like an I Spy book, it
right.
is you're looking for things in the screen that you're already playing in.
Yes. My only qualm, and I think you know where I'm going with this because my text to you got pretty mad right
Mm,
after, is there are some logic puzzles. In fact, there's a lot. Because the way this game works is when you find those collectible things, they often open something. Like they open a door or they open a panel to like a
right.
little control panel. And then you have what I would call, hidden objects. And they vary from slider-esque to
Logic puzzles.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, to like maze type things, just or that there's that one classic one, like connect the cogs so that every cog is is turning.
Right. Or like the one that's
I
like
did get angry at some of these, I'm not gonna
s-
lie.
one of those ones that's like free the block, right?
Hmm.
Like there's a bunch of blocks that you slide around, and one's trapped in there, and you have to slide them in a specific order to slide the one out.
I hate that. I
The
really
traffic jam puzzles, yeah.
The traffic jam puzzles, yeah. I don't. Granted, some of them were very fulfilling, and hidden object games are like this. I think this is a common misjudgment about hidden object games. I think people view them as only Where's Waldo games.
Yeah.
That's all you do is you're looking at where's the thing. But I find that I maybe you agree with me. All, if not the majority, of hidden object games are beyond hidden objects. There usually are puzzles akin to, you know, a classic adventure, logic
Right.
puzzles, mystery puzzles.
Agreed.
Um,
And they
yeah,
often have a story. Generally, you're following some sort of and often the story is a lot lighter than the story that you're going to get in a full-on adventure game. But you're following like a kind of a light story, and as you're going, you encounter obstacles. Again, like a point and click adventure game, but to solve those obstacles, it's almost always a little logic puzzle or a very simple inventory puzzle.
yeah,
It'll
very,
just
yeah,
be,
like
yeah,
break the object to get this object to get that object.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, or yeah,
Um,
use key and door. And
yeah,
then uh hidden object games often, like I was saying, what's unique about My Brother Rabbit is that the objects are all just like hidden in the scene, like they're worked in seamlessly. In
yeah,
most of them, it's just that the most common logic puzzle that you come across is like an I Spy or a Where's Waldo sort of thing, where
yeah,
it's like you need a diamond to slot into the diamond shaped slot on the door,
right.
and the diamond's in a drawer full of other stuff, and you have to, when you click on the drawer, you see like a drawer just like full of junk,
Yeah.
and one of the things you have to find is the diamond, but you can't, you know, get the diamond until you've also found the horse and the
Of
corkscrew
course.
and the
The
bottle
inlay. I think they call
and
them
the
inlays in some of the hidden object games I play, where they're like these little shapes that go into something and it like magically
right.
unlocks the drawer.
Exactly. Yeah, and so you do have, like, just, like, screens full of clutter where you're looking for a set number of objects, or set list of objects rather, but
Yeah.
there's always a lot more to it. Now, what are some of your favorites in this genre?
So I don't know if I can name them by name, but I'm going to tell
Mhm.
you something really important about me.
Okay.
My Steam list is full of what you could call murder mystery, like noir hidden object games. So
Okay.
one of the ones I streamed like very recently, it's not a it's, I guess it's a collection. It's like the Poisonous Secrets collection.
Okay.
And I thought they were all going to be like noir. So the first one I played was very detective. You're playing a detective, a female protagonist, and you're trying to find out like who tried to kill someone. There was like a conspiracy to murder. And I
Okay.
thought because I bought this like this set that all of them would be on that page.
Mhm.
I was
Yeah.
wrong. The next one was totally unrelated about like a science facility, and my stream was laughing the entire time. It was the corniest thing you have ever seen. And let me bring up my Steam list. I actually have a very hard time remembering the names of hidden object games because they're all like the same. Like
I
Matt,
can understand.
read the games on the screen. Just read them. They're all the same.
Yeah, I can totally understand. Yeah, there's like, so here's some of the ones that I've played. I listed them in this. I typed them out. 9 Clues, Secret of Serpent Creek, Grim
Yeah.
Legends, The Forsaken Bride, Nightmare from the Deep, Davy Jones. Like, it's just, they'll have like a series called like or like Enigmatis is a good one.
Yeah.
And all the Enigmatis games are good. It's you're basically you're I think a reporter who just keeps encountering the same evil priest who keeps trying to start cults everywhere and then
Yeah.
kidnaps somebody and then you try to save the kidnapped person. Again, the stories are really bad. But
They're not great. They're not great. In fact, honestly, my brother Rabbit probably has the best name out of all of these that I'm
yeah,
looking
right.
at.
So like so there's 3 Enigmatis games. The Ghosts of Maple Creek, The Shadow of Carcalla, The Mists of Ravenwood. And that's what all these games are named, is like the darkness of Karakum. Like, it's
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah. Like, do you want to hear some of the ones I played recently?
yeah.
They're of the same. So where did it go? Here's the set I bought, and this is called the Family Mysteries set. So the first one
Mhm.
is Poisonous Promises, Family Mysteries 2, Echoes of Tomorrow, Family
Echoes
Mysteries
of
3,
Tomorrow.
Criminal Mindset. And then the other ones I had played very recently.
Mm.
Let me see. Noir Chronicles, City of Crime.
City
As
of
you can
Crime.
see, I've got to type.
I'm
Uh,
looking at that one right now.
oh, you
Noir
are?
Chronicles, City of Crime. Yeah, it's an
Yeah,
Artifex Mundi game.
it sure
How
is.
about
And
Queen's
then
Quest 2, Stories of Forgotten Past? Did you play that one?
I have it.
Did you play
Of
Lost?
course.
Did you play Lost Grimoires, Stolen Kingdom? These are
No,
all
but
just like.
no, but I played Path of Sin Greed. It's
So,
actually pretty good. I liked
what
it.
do you like so much about these games?
I want to be a little serious about this because I think that, and then I'll go back to being spicy, snarky roses. But I honestly believe and find that hidden object games are wonderful for mindfulness and for anxiety. It's very similar to like a diamond art painting kit or a paint by numbers kit. You know, you are meant to just kind of get lost in what you're doing and you're thinking you're focused on something. So I play these games because they elevate my mood so hard. I feel happy when I'm playing them. And honestly, just as an artist, I know that these get kind of a corny rep, and they are. Like, the voice acting is something to be desired. It's not great, but these games are beautiful. Like, if you're looking at, what was the one I just said? Crime Chronicles, Noir. See, I already can't remember. It's
Yeah,
already
they're
gone.
not meant to be remembered, I don't think.
No, no.
It's like if you have somebody in your life that reads romance novels and they read like
Yeah.
7 a week and they there's it's for the experience of reading them. It's not for they're not for actually digesting. You're not gonna remember any of the stories that you read a year later. Yeah. And it's the same with these.
I streamed these maybe 6 months ago. You think I
Mhm.
remember these? No. This is like that's why I'm saying these are great for mindfulness because it's making you feel present. These are
Yeah.
things that you can play to be present that are going to stick with you not forever. You're not here for a long time, you're here for a good time,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah,
It's kind of what it
exactly.
is.
Now,
My Brother Rabbit is the only hidden object game I could ever remember the name of. All the others are insane.
and I'll say as far as beauty, right? You said these games are beautiful, and
I think so.
I think it's true aesthetically. I think they're nice. They're all almost all of them are nice to look at, right? They all have like a sort of glossy finish to them. They all have like a like a painterly aspect, but you're not going to find capital A art here, right? You're not
Well,
going to find
unless it's My Brother Rabbit. That is
unless it's My
capital
Brother
A
Rabbit,
art.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's art to me.
most of these are just like a kitschy style of
Mhm.
like what you see is what you get. But
Yeah.
pretty sunsets or a misty bog or a town in the middle of the wilderness, right? Like
Mhm.
it's just that sort of thing. Again, I agree with you. It's more for mindfulness is a good way to put it, right? Because I do play these games when I'm stressed out, when I've got a
Yeah.
lot of other things going on, and I don't want to pick up a real game. I want to
Yeah.
play a hidden object game.
I think they get such a bad reputation for not being real games. But honestly, I've enjoyed these more than some of the indie games I've played, even AAA games.
And
Like I'm having a great time with My Brother Rabbit.
to me, these are similar to playing a crossword puzzle or something like that. It's
Yeah.
just like I could see somebody's point if they're like, ah, they're not real game. Well, it's stupid to ever say something's not a real game, but I can see somebody's
Yeah.
point if what they're saying is like these are sort of lower form of game. Uh,
I mean, I
because
think the
again,
volume is really what contributes to that, right? It's like
yeah,
they just pump them out because they're
hmm
not difficult to make. They're not difficult to
right,
program. So I think the volume of them, when people see that, they're like, "Oh, okay. It's one of those."
right. And there are hidden object games that are also like a little less robust, like hidden object game like Tiny Little Lion, right? They make hidden object games that are really honestly just about finding stuff in a scene.
Mhm.
Or doing little puzzles. There's not really stories to them. There's not really interesting artwork. Oftentimes they're made out of photos.
Yeah,
Um
yep. That's true.
like those do exist. And but again, those aren't really the ones I enjoy playing, but
Yeah.
they do the same thing. They'll promote a sort of a mindfulness and a little brain exercise for you
Yeah.
rather than something that you're going to really dive into. And the genre is wider than just this. I will say, like there was an indie game a couple years ago called Hidden Folks
Mhm.
that is it's all black and white and it all hand drawn, like sort of indie comic style, and it'll just be like almost like a giant Where's Waldo scene, and you're just kind of like looking for different guys, different things, different like variations of what you're seeing, and it does feel very. Again, this
Oh,
is
this game. I just looked
yeah.
up this. Honestly, this looks so cool to me.
Yeah, there's like a whole little world going on in front of you.
Yeah.
And
It's very illustrative. It almost looks like pen and
mhm,
ink.
right. And then there's other ones like there's a lot that fall under the name of hidden object games that like sometimes the Rusty Lake Cube Escape games get thrown in
Mhm.
here. Like a lot of times these or The Room, or these what do you call them, like escape room or puzzle box kind of games get thrown
Mhm.
in hidden objects. So but which I think is just people kind of saying like that certain adventure games have a casual feel. uh
Yeah.
I want to bring up a game that I played, was this last week, Exit 8.
Yeah, I'm still too afraid to play it, to be honest with you. I don't know, there's something about it, man, that I'm like, "I don't know about this."
Yeah, if you hadn't listened last week, it's just you're in an underground passage, that's sort of like a subway station, and you're walking around and you find that as you walk through the subway station, it just takes you back to the same place, and you're just kind of going in a big loop. But then you see a sign on the wall that says something like telling you to look for anomalies,
Right, I
and
remember that.
that no anomaly should be ignored. If you see an anomaly, turn back. If you see no anomaly, keep going. And then what you find out is you have to memorize the way this like little hallway looks, and if there's anything different, and a lot of these differences are going to be really subtle and creepy, and some of them are going to be
Right.
very not subtle and
Yeah, I
scary.
saw that, I'm like,
Mhm.
"Ah,
um
no."
if you see an anomaly, you got to turn around, and if you
Right.
miss an anomaly, your exit resets. So you start at exit 0, and then you go to exit 1, and then exit 2, and you have to go through 8 times perfectly to
Yeah.
beat the game.
Mhm.
And in that sense, that's sort of a hidden object game, right? You're paying really close attention to your environment to try and find certain things that are different.
Yeah.
I also
You know what
Yeah.
my favorite, I don't know if this is even, like, a subgenre. My favorite type of hidden object game are the franchised ones. There's so many because you're saying
uh,
it expands
yeah,
beyond hidden objects. So I'm talking
sure.
there's a legitimate, like, in the style that we've been talking about, there's a legitimate Murder, She Wrote, and there's 2. It had a
Oh my
sequel.
god.
There are 2 Murder, She Wrote hidden object games, and they are weird, but also just fun as because it's under the guise of Murder, She Wrote. You're playing Jessica Fletcher. It's great. But I'm
Yeah.
talking about even games like, on my channel a long time ago, I did a Let's Play on House MD,
Okay.
and it's one of those franchise things where it's just a bunch of mini games. So sometimes you're finding things, sometimes you're like, kind of talking about what we said, getting the object to get the object and then doing logic puzzles under the guise, under this like mask of House, of the show House.
Wow, that's so wild.
Yeah. And there's so many franchised ones.
Is there like, do they have like like, could you find like a Friends hidden object game?
Let's look it up.
That would be so funny.
Friends,
Um,
they're all computer games too, so I'm just gonna type in Friends computer game. It does not look like it.
that would be so great.
But you know what's actually very ripe for that is
Huh.
the, like, the CSI games. So I
Mhm.
definitely I have a Law& and Order one, I have a CSI, crime scene investigation. Those things, because it's all about finding evidence, they're just
Okay.
so perfect for the hidden object. Like, we were talking about oh, I made a mistake. We were calling it Jane's Journey, it's June's Journey, by the way.
June's Journey.
June's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Now is
don't
she a
did
detective?
I don't remember. So I
Okay.
played June's Journey a long time ago. I thought it was going to be like a fun little like casual game to play on my phone when I was bored, and then other things like Pokemon Go and then Marvel Snap took me away from it. Um, but it's basically, I think it's like a never-ending hidden object game that's meant that's meant to just addict you. I don't think it has an end. Somebody can tell me if I'm wrong, but
Uh,
I think it's like Candy Crush or any one of those things where you're meant to just play it forever.
does Candy Crush not have an end?
I
It has
assume
to,
not.
right?
I don't think so.
That is
Here, all right, let
blowing
me
my
Google,
mind.
does Candy Crush have an ending? As of the latest update, and this was written in this month.
Nice, nice.
As of the last update, Candy Crush Saga at least does not have a definite end.
How can that be? My mind is blown right now. Like, what do you mean it doesn't have an end?
And
What do you mean?
it can't be. I imagine June's Journey has to have an end, but you're not really supposed to get to the end because
Right.
it's
'Cause
meant
it's
to
one of
be one of those
those.
addicting dopamine pump games where you have a
Yeah.
certain amount of energy to use each day, and then they want you to pay extra money to
Right. Like Pokemon
refresh your
Go,
energy.
right?
No,
Because you can play that forever.
Pokemon Go, you can play in an unlimited amount, but there are certain types of currencies if you want to do specific things.
Okay.
Same with
Okay.
uh, what I just mentioned, Marvel Snap. But now we're just talking about mobile, like casual mobile games. But June's Journey is of that ilk, where it is
Yeah.
much more about being a mobile game to get you to purchase in-game currency
Right.
than it is an interesting hidden object game.
And it does look like you are solving mysteries. And like I said, it makes total sense to me to have a hidden object game where you are playing a detective. That's all you're doing,
Right.
right? You're just looking for evidence and clues, and it just fits those two genres hold hands as far as I'm concerned. And I can't help but notice also, being the murder mystery buff that I am, that June looks a lot like Phryne Fisher from Miss Fisher's Mysteries, and I wonder if there's like a little inspo there,
I
taken
don't
from
know what
an existing thing.
I don't know what that is. Phryne Fisher.
Oh, sorry, Miss Fisher's Mysteries. The lead protagonist. Her name is Phryne. I did a video about it, Matt. If you're interested in checking that out before,
You do
if you want to
videos?
see it, I'm a YouTuber, Matt.
Hmm.
Did you know
Interesting.
I'm very famous?
I didn't. No, I didn't know you'd ever did a. I didn't know you did YouTubes. Let's. I'll check it out. I'll check it out one day.
I'll link
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
I'm glad we went into this fresh with you not knowing who I am and you still wanted to do this podcast. That's just
Yeah.
very nice of you.
Link me your little show. Maybe I'll,
Little
if I
show.
have some time, I'll take a look at it. But
Thank you,
I
Matt.
I am very busy. But you can send me
I
your
understand.
little. You can send me your little internet show, and I'll check
Yeah,
it
I have like 10 subscribers. But yeah, I do. It's Miss Fisher's Mysteries is a murder mystery show. It's a drama in
out. Okay.
in the style of Murder She Wrote and Columbo. They're like an hour long each. And this one is in the Art Deco era, 1920s. And that's actually, I think that's what June's Journey is as well.
Right.
And like, as far as I'm concerned, June's Journey is one of the most popular hidden object games. Everybody is sponsored by June's Journey except me. I don't even have a sponsor, let alone many sponsors to necessitate an entire channel.
I have a question. Some of
Okay.
these big hidden object developers,
Mhm.
I think they might not still be around. Like Artifacts Mundi, are they still producing games?
I thought so.
They appear to have stopped publishing. Their last game was July 16th, 2020.
Oh, really?
Which is interesting, right?
Wait a minute. I have to go to the Google.
At least their last game on Steam. I'm going to their
Artifacts Mundi.
website now.
Yeah, I am too.
They are working on a new RPG.
What? An RPG?
As of 2020, they've been working on an RPG. And it looks like they have a free-to-play app, much like June's Journey. It's called Unsolved. And
I see that, yeah.
they are going to, it looks like that is what they are putting their efforts into.
Okay. So they're not dead. They're not a defunct thing that seems... You know what? They're probably just trying to evolve with the way that mobile hidden object games are evolving. You know what I mean? Like...
Right.
I mean, I don't think hidden object games are necessarily going out of style, but you know as well as I do that mobile games are huge.
I agree. And it's a little bit of a bummer, but I can see why somebody would pivot towards that. It looks like Big Fish Games is still going. As of this year, they just released another. Well, okay, they just released collector's editions of some of their old games.
Oh, did they? Did they release? Wait, did they release Murder She Wrote? Because that would be great. I can't find it anywhere.
No, they released
Oh.
they're Christmas Stories games. They've released new editions of that. But they
Alright.
released a Halloween game last October. Yeah, they're still going at a rate of like every couple weeks they release a new game.
They're still going.
This would be a cool thing for our listeners to write in because these games are so dime a dozen. I would
Mhm.
love to hear from listeners as to if they play hidden object games. What do you like? What's a good version of these? Like,
Yeah.
what are your favorite hidden object games? And if you have some, I'd like be really interested to play
Yeah. Even if they're
ones that.
franchised ones, because I really do have a little bit of a soft spot, a guilty pleasure for really bad, like pumped out franchised games.
Mm,
Your pizza is supposedly it's there.
okay, I'll be right back.
Yay!
My pizza's here.
Woohoo!
We started the episode with you getting pizza, and we're ending the episode with me getting pizza.
That's nice. That's a nice way to.
Ooh, it looks good. And okay, let's see. We got a nice cheese pizza here.
Yep, cheese pizza.
We got mozzarella sticks. Hell yeah!
Oh yeah.
And we got what's this? What's in here? Crinkle cut fries.
There were two options, Matt. Crinkle cut or regular. And I'm like, it's gotta be crinkle cut. It's gotta
Now,
be.
I'll say this: the crinkle cut fries have gotten a little soggy on the journey.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
One of the first things that I got excited for as lockdown began to ease up,
Uh-huh.
as the pandemic started to get under control,
Mm-hmm.
was fries. Because
Because you can't get them delivered.
anytime you get fries delivered, they're not the same as when you get them fresh from a restaurant. So
They're not.
I remember just like getting so disappointed, like I can't eat any good fries.
I still like getting delivery every now and then, especially if it's like snowing. But I do have an air fryer. And so like if the fries are lackluster, I'll just throw them in the air fryer and it really
Ooh.
brings them back to life.
I do not have an air fryer, but maybe
Did you know you
maybe
can air fry anything?
I'll throw them in my toaster oven and see if that works. What
That's
do you
a good
mean you
idea.
can? Hold on.
What?
Yes, you could technically. What do you mean you can air fry everything?
I didn't say that. What are you talking about? I'm just saying the possibilities are endless. I'll put this cookie in the air fryer and see what happens. By the way,
Yeah.
the pizza cookie, so good. So good. I'm
We
impressed.
keep calling it a pizza cookie, but that is
That's-
something different and much grosser. A cookie
It says
pizza,
that on the label. It says pizza cookie on the label.
but that's insane because you understand. A cookie pizza is a cookie the size of a pizza. A pizza
Yeah.
cookie is a pizza flavored cookie.
It says pizza cookie, so I keep saying pizza cookie.
This mozzarella stick is good.
Yeah, those mozz sticks look really good. But is the marinara
I just sent you a picture.
is the marinara vegan?
I don't know if the marinara is vegan or not.
Oh god. Here, look at this picture I'm going to send you. The label, I kid you not, people, it says pizza cookie, so that's what I'm calling it.
I legitimately can't tell if we're on the show or not anymore.
Oh, we're on the show. This will be cut up. Don't worry. This is a very loose, very fun.
It does say pizza cookie. Yeah, this episode was meant to just be sort of our celebration of getting to 10. So Roses, do you want to head into the outro?
Yes. Let us wait, the outro or the superstitial? We are losing it on this podcast tonight. The
This one's for us. Look, you guys had 9.
No, this one's just for us. This
There were
podcast is
9?
for ours.
There were 9 that were for you guys. This one is for us.
We've got cookie pizzas and crinkle fries that are a little soggy, and we gushed about hidden object games. I feel like I gushed a little too much. I get very excited. Did I get too excited? I don't know. We'll see.
No, there's
we'll
no
see
getting
when I
too
edit
excited.
this. If I feel like I'm too excited, I'll just edit my pitch down to sound like my voice is lower, and everyone will be like, "The fuck is that?" You mean the? Do you want me to
Hi,
put in the break
it's me
music?
pushing a button. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's put the break music. Hey everyone, we're back. Welcome back from break. Matt, how are you doing? How are you enjoying your food?
I'm loving my food. I had so many mozzarella sticks already, and now I'm just diving into this pizza.
I was apprehensive about getting the mozzarella sticks for you because I didn't know how much you would like them, but you like cheese pizza, so that I was kind of
Mhm.
using my detective skills. Like, you know what? He likes cheese pizza. Why wouldn't he like fried cheese? It just makes sense.
I
But a lot of places
love
mess up. You love them?
I love mozzarella sticks. I adore
Nice.
mozzarella sticks.
Some places don't do them well, so I was like, I don't know. What if they don't do them well? But apparently, apparently they are yummy.
So this is just us being kind of like loose as hell at this point in the show.
Yeah. Yeah, you're getting casual Roses and Matt
This
right
is
now.
this is the show like completely. We've consciously decided to let ourselves go off the rails.
And I'm fine with it.
Mhm.
That's my nature. That's just in my nature is to go off the rails a little bit. So I'm fine with it. I hope you guys enjoy this episode regardless. I think any kind of enthusiasm for anything is very is infectious the word? Infectious is a weird word because it implies like infection. I don't like it. It's contagious. That's not great either.
How about viral?
It's one of those things. Yeah, it's I think people will like it. What have you been working on, Matt? What's going on? Tell
School.
us about your personal life, Matt.
Yeah. You know, honestly, school. I'm in school for anthropology. Uh, just working on a bachelor's degree for
Very cool.
anthropology. I didn't go to school as a youngster, so I'm going to school now, and it's just been yeah. I mean, the deeper into it you get, obviously, more difficult it gets.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm also minoring in literature. So I'm
That's
taking
so cool.
a literature class. Like I'm taking a 200 level literature class, and I'm taking a archaeology class. So it's just a lot of reading and a lot of research, and that's basically what I've been doing. How about yourself?
I have been working on art, but not the kind of art that I've been selling, sadly. I've been chipping away at this custom diamond art painting that I don't know, my brain I must have blacked out when I ordered it because it's 24 by 24. That's 2 feet by 2 feet. And I think if you're following me on Instagram or Twitter, you've probably seen the progress pics. It has been taking months to get this thing done, and it's custom, so it's one of my illustrations that I had a grid made for. It's my artwork. Just they made the grid for me, so I had a production partner for this one. I guess you could say. And I don't know what to charge for this piece at all because it took about it cost about $100 to put together, right?
Mhm.
It took a few hours to do the illustration in Procreate, and it's taking over 100 hours to lay down the gems. What
Huh.
what do I do with this? How do I sell this?
Yeah,
Like, I
it's
don't
almost like
know.
the labor has superseded the value.
Yeah. Or do I even sell it? Like, you guys let me know what you think. Like, what would you do in my situation? I gave you all the specs, I gave you the production cost, I gave you the size and the hours and time spent. But when it comes down to it, the final product really is just it is a diamond art canvas. That's what it is, you know?
And you guys get to decide. So if you guys all decide $7, she's selling it for $7.
$7, baby, no profit. Actually, I'm kind of hustling on it because I want to get it into a gallery. If nobody minds, I'm just gonna talk like an artist for a second. So there's this gallery in Chicago called Woman Made Gallery. It has an emphasis on non-binary and female identifying artists and creators, and I really like it. I'm a patron of theirs, and they have a showing, an exhibition coming up about visibility. And I think this diamond art is the perfect thing for like feeling invisible. It's supposed to represent depression, and yet it's so beautiful. Like it has all these shiny diamonds on it. It's glistening. It's gorgeous. You look
Right.
at it and it's fascinating. But really, the
It
content is very sad.
intentionally draws your eye, even though you're looking at a person who would not want to be looked at.
Yeah. And it's I've always felt, because I have depression myself, and I've always felt like, but is it invisible or not? It feels like it's invisible. It feels like people don't see me. But I think people do see me, and they're just choosing what to see. So I think in this piece, people are looking at the sad content, but they're not seeing that. They're seeing everything around it. They're seeing the outside of it and not what's inside of it. So I'm going to be, wish me luck, everyone, because I'm going to be submitting it to that as long as I get it done. It's about 80% done.
That's awesome.
Let's play a game. Can you guess how many diamond gems are in that piece? It's 2 feet by 2 feet.
Okay, 2 feet by 2 feet.
Yes.
And a diamond gem. I'm holding it in my hand. It's like it's like the width of a nickel. So I'm being very scientific about this. I'm calculating it.
I'm very curious about what you're going to come up with.
So if there's it's 2 feet by 2 feet, right? And there's about 30 centimeters in a foot. So if we do 60, this can't be. This is way too low. I was going to say 60 times 60. That's 3,600. That feels too low.
That's absurdly low, Matt.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put that up there. Not even close. Not even a little.
This can't even be true. I looked it up on the internet. Is there only 30 centimeters in a foot? That is true.
Don't know.
Huh.
Just go with your instincts. Knowing that 3,000 is so entirely incorrect, what is your instinct?
70,000.
That's actually not bad. That's a pretty good guess. See? There you go. It's 55,000.
Wow.
55,000.
And I don't want anyone to fucking email us about why my math was so wrong.
Though they're going to.
I do not want to hear about it. I don't need to know this stuff. There's nothing in my life that requires me to think of square centimeters and there's nothing. There's no benefit. Don't email me.
Oh, God. Don't email him. You can email me if you'd like.
No, we have the same email address. Here's a thing that while we're in this really casual segment here, I want to do, and it's something we've never done before, and it is to promote the artist who made our intro music.
That's a brilliant idea.
This is a guy who does everything on a Creative Commons 0 license. So his whole thing is, yes, please take my music and make stuff with it. You don't have to credit me. You don't have to
oh, wow. No
me.
credit?
Right. Correct.
That's unheard of.
So I love our intro and outro music so much.
I do
too. I'm going to credit him now. His name is Holizna. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's HOLIZNA. And he put CC0 at the end of his name because he's, really dedicated to the Creative Commons 0 license. So Holizna CC0, you can find him at holiznacc0.bandcamp.com.
Nice.
He's also on all the free music archives. And I dug through hours.
Yeah, I know. It's so hard. Guys, you have no idea how hard it is to find intro, background music. It is a chore, let me tell you.
Right. And this guy Holizna's music, I have used it for projects before. Yeah. And so when I was listening, I was listening to so much music, and there was one track that stood out. It's the one that is our intro music. there was this one track that stood out, and I just kept coming back to it as I was looking at other things, and I was like, there's something that seems familiar about this. And then I looked at his other stuff and realized, oh, I've used this guy's stuff in other things, nothing
Nice.
public, but other things before.
Yeah, and we'll link that in the show notes then, so that's a great resource. Honestly, that's brilliant.
His this song specifically is called Complications, and it's just really good. That's
Yeah,
such a
I love it.
cool thing to do.
But do you guys want to hear the song I wanted to go with for my intro? They can't answer. They're going to hear it anyway. Here we go. Aw, yeah. Welcome to Sexy Times with Pushing Up Roses.
I think that is not bad intro music at all.
Thanks. Thank you.
But Complications is so good, right? Like, it's just
No, it
such a
is.
good track.
It fits. It fits for sure.
Mhm. I want to thank everybody for having listened, for being here for 10 episodes. It's been really cool
Yeah.
getting to know you guys through email and seeing you on the social media platforms. And I'm just so I can't believe anyone listens to this. Anyone wants to listen to this. And the fact that there's so many of you is just really cool. You know what you could do, and we never asked this, but if you could share the show, we're not going to, like, we can't pay to promote this show.
Right.
And we have no other means of doing so besides our social media. So if all of you could just, share it on yours, or tell a friend, or like if you all told one friend, hey, there's this cool podcast I listen to, like that would be so huge for us.
Yeah. That'd be lovely. Yeah, you're right. We haven't really asked that, and maybe we should. I do that in my YouTube videos. I ask people
Yeah.
to share, and especially with, people that like this kind of content. We would really be appreciative. Word of mouth is so important. And don't get me wrong, I think we're doing great. Like, I
Yeah.
am so stoked that we have this many people, but we would love to reach as many people as we can, of course.
Because there's other people that are going that would find value in this that don't know this exists.
I agree.
That's the primary thing. Is there, that there are I know that there are people out there that would like this would bring something to their lives, and they just don't know where to find it, or
Yeah.
how to find it, or that it's there at all. So,
Yeah.
if you listen on Spotify, you can, and you use their mobile app, you can give us 5 stars on Spotify. If you listen on iTunes, you can give us 5 stars. You can write a review. And I know
we have a good star review on iTunes.
I know every podcast asks you, hey, please rate and review our show, but it's because that honestly super, super matters.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I can't tell you, every podcast could be telling you this, and it could go, you could be processing it every time, and it still isn't stressing enough how much it matters for visibility. And if you get a bunch of reviews at the beginning of your show, and then you don't get reviews later on, your show's going to drop in visibility again, right? You need to have consistent reviews to get views. So, to have visibility. So,
oh man, I'm going to go leave a review.
I don't mean to sound like this is your problem, listener, because it's not. But I just want to stress that that would help us in incredible amount if you could write reviews on whatever app you listen to this on, and YouTube, same thing. If you listen on YouTube,
for sure.
It would help us immensely, and it would help whoever you share the show with if they end up enjoying it.
Yeah, good call, Matt. Good job.
Yeah. And, again, make sure you're emailing us if you have any questions or thoughts or comments, or, if you want to respond to something we said on the show, except for my fucking math. Leave me alone about that.
Don't do it. Don't email him.
But anything else that we say on the show that you want to respond to, feel free. We want to keep doing Q&A episodes, and the only way we can do that is we get emails from you guys.
And I want to do this podcast as long as we have the will to do it.
Yeah, I hope this podcast goes for literal years, but who knows?
For literal years. We'll be 80, and I'll be like, Matt, Did you play that new point and clicky?
I
They'll
was
be
like,
called point and
"Nah,
clickies.
my mouse isn't working.
I
I called the man about it, and he said to just turn it on. I don't know what he's
Did
talking
you
about.
plug it in, Matt? Did you plug it in?
Of course it's oh, wait.
And that's what our friendship will look like when we're
When
80.
we're 80.
And
Um,
thank you for all the kind comments. I see them on Twitter every now and then. And there was one even today. I don't know if you saw it, Matt, but somebody just told us that this podcast brings them joy, and I kind of live for that. So thank you.
that's amazing.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
That's all we want to do. I don't want to make stuff okay, I make stuff for myself. I enjoy making it, right?
Yeah.
But it wouldn't I wouldn't keep doing it. It wouldn't mean anything to me if it didn't bring anything to anybody else. So,
Yeah.
hearing that from you people is incredible. It really makes our day. We
Yeah.
share it with each other. We like text each other. Oh my god, did you see that email?
We do,
Um,
yeah. And keep in mind, this is like, this podcast, even though it is a little extra work, but this is for us too. Like,
mhm.
we legitimately enjoy doing this, and in this age of busyness where it's hard to keep friendships, this is a good way to do it. Collaborate with your BFF, guys. Like, it's I don't know, there could be ethical problems there. Maybe don't listen to me. I don't know. It's working for us.
Right.
I don't
Uh,
want anyone to burn down their friendships because of my terrible advice. Don't work with your friends.
yeah. It's not everybody who can. It's not every friendship that can stand a working relationship to be appended to it. But
That's true.
hey, it's good for ours.
But if you got a topic that you both love, like adventure games, I think it works.
Or just if you have a topic that you both love and it is adventure games, just send us your ideas and we'll do it. We'll
Yeah,
take
we'll
it.
do it for you.
We'll take it and
Send
do
us
it
a
instead.
topic and we'll just talk about it on this podcast. It could be anything. It could be climate change. I'm kidding.
Rose, is anything else you want to say before we dip out on our 10th episode?
I think we very well cover it. Thank you, Matt, for being a great co-host and for being enthusiastic, about the idea, and for this cookie pizza. I did it. You got it right.
Thank you for my mozzarella sticks and my cookie pizza. No, I don't have a cookie pizza. I have a regular pizza. Guys, email us at mattandroses@gmail.com and, come back here next week where we'll have another cool episode for you.
Yes, we'll be back. Matt, you want to take us out? Not in the bad
Podcast.
way. Like, don't kill us or anything.
Want to take us out?
Clamp it down.
We'll clamp this one down. Podcast is art, and art is suffer.
Woohoo!